guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading, we'll be doing the general reading for the month of December 2017. Hard to believe that we are entering the last month of the year. This year certainly seems to have gone by very quickly. Just a couple of announcements before we actually get into the reading. First of all, for today's reading, I will be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I'll pull one additional card from the Soul's Journey Lesson Card deck by James van Praagh. If I need to clarify anything, I will probably use the Sibylla's, or I might use the Shadowscapes Tarot deck. But I will leave all of the information on the decks that I use in the reading in the description box below the video. These are, just to remind everybody, these are general readings for each of the astrological signs. So the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way that you can really get, a personalized reading that really focuses on you and what's going on specifically in your life is by ordering a private reading. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, all of the information can be found on my website. That is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. You can also email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. And just to let you know, during the month of December, I will put out, in addition to this general reading, I will put out the mid-monthly reading focusing on love and career and finance. And I will put out one additional video for the upcoming years. That will be a special 2018 preview focusing on the energy surrounding us for each of the months of 2018. And that will be for each of the astrological signs. So be looking out for that as well. And I'm wishing everybody a wonderful month. This is a month with lots of holidays. It's the holiday season, so I'm sending much love and light your way. Okay, give me 1 second, and I will be right back with the shuffle. See you in a minute. Hi, Scorpio. Hope you're doing well and are having a great month. So I'm here today to do your December 2017 reading. I have already meditated off camera and have shuffled the cards. I will give the deck a few more shuffles here. So Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know for the month of December 2017? Scorpio, the water sign. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know? Please show us the messages for December 2017. Also reminding you that these messages are general, as I said in the introduction. In order to get, sort of the best overview of the month, I would encourage you to watch not just your sun sign, because this reading is for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, but also watch your moon and rising sign videos. That will really give you a more complete overview of what is coming up during the month. And if the messages don't resonate in the sun sign video, then there might be messages coming through for you in the others. So that's why I encourage you watching all of those. So Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know? What are the energies surrounding Scorpio in the month of December 2017? Here we go, Scorpio. So we have at the center of your reading the Five of Cups, crossed by the Three of Pentacles, foundation of your reading, the Six of Pentacles, in the past position, the King of Wands, crowning your reading, you have the Ten of Pentacles. In the future position, you have the Four of Cups, You in the reading are the Nine of Cups, surrounding energy, Major Arcana, the Hangman, your hopes and fears, you'll have the Three of Wands, and the outbound energy is Major Arcana, the Strength card. And the overall energy for this month, the card at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Swords. Okay, let me set these down and we'll pull one additional card from the Soul's Journey deck. So what does Scorpio need to know for the month of December 2017? Any messages for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know for the month of December? Okay. Success. This card says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And the card is called Success. Okay. And one card from the Soulful Woman deck. Spirit, what additional message does Scorpio need to hear for the month of December? One additional message for Scorpio for December 2017. What does Scorpio need to hear? Please show us one additional message for Scorpio for the month of December. What does Scorpio need to hear? Please give us one additional message. And we have, the card is Service as Co-Creation. It says, my service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co-creation with the world. Okay, let me set everything up here. And if I need to clarify anything, I will use either the Shadowscapes Tarot deck or the Gypsy Oracle cards. But I'll be right back with your reading, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, so we'll begin with the overall energy for the reading, which is the Knight of Swords. And the Suit of Swords has to do with our thoughts, our intellect, right? It's cerebral energy, so communication, really, all of the thoughts, the plans that we have before we actually put them into action, right? With the Suit of Wands. So it's just, it's our thoughts, right? But it's the planning and it's the stage that has to do with, coming up with new plans. Now, the Knight of Swords, this could be a person, right? You do have, let me see. Well, you have two court cards that appear in the reading. So when the court cards appear, they can be people that we're dealing with over the, this month period. This could be an event or a situation that you will be dealing with, or this could just be you taking on the energy of the Knight of Swords. So if this is a person, typically this would be kind of a middle-aged male air sign. With the general readings, they don't have to be gender specific, so it could be male or female, but typically it would be, a Libra or Aquarius or Gemini, and generally middle-aged, sort of 30, 40 years old. And that person typically is quite aggressive, right? Is somebody who, you can see that the person he's riding in here on this winged horse, and he has the sword, his sword drawn. We have this glimmer here, right? This sort of hope, this truth and hope that he's coming in with. But he's ready to, he's really ready for action. Even though there is nobody here opposing him, he is ready for, to kind of take on whatever it is. So he's very truthful. Sometimes, this can be kind of truth coming in, finding out about something. Knights are the ones, even though the pages are the ones who bring the messages, the knights are the ones who act on things, right? So he's sort of quite very charismatic, very intelligent, a good communicator, right? So he might just be, you might be finding out a truth from this person, or this might be, you know, the truth coming in, or truth about something coming in quite quickly during the month. And I think I'll draw, this is, out of all the cards, this is really the only one that I think I should pull clarifiers on. So Spirit, please clarify the Knight of Swords. Okay, one last shuffle. And we'll divide into 3. Okay, and the 3 cards that came out on the Knight of Swords, we have the 5 of Cups. Interesting, that's the center card of our reading as well. So double message on that one. The 8 of Cups. Oops, sorry. And the 9 of Cups. And that's also you in the reading. So 2 double messages here. So those definitely wanted to come through. Okay, so what this is telling me, and you have a lot of cups energy in the reading, right? With the center of the reading being the 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups in the future, 9 of Cups. As you in the reading, I mean, you are a water sign, Scorpio, so this is your sign. But it's kind of a mixed message. It's sort of a mixed message between feeling emotionally unfulfilled and walking away from something that no longer fulfills you or satisfies you emotionally, and sort of the wish card, and wishing upon a star. So we see here, you know, to clarify this Knight of Swords, which, again, as I was saying, you know, this has to do with truth, possibly truth coming in, finding out something through, you know, another person, possibly an air sign. With the 5 of Cups, and I was going to get to this one in the middle of the reading, but this is a card that has to do with walking away, right? Feeling emotionally unfulfilled. It's a feeling of loss, of regret, sorrow, sort of thinking about what might have been as opposed to what is. And we see here that on this card, and we can look at the other one over here in a minute, but, you know, the woman is only focusing on, you know, kind of what she doesn't have anymore, right? And it's that feeling that you might be missing out on something, right? There might be an opportunity there, but because you're only focused on, you know, what has gone away or what you don't have anymore, you're unable to see this new thing that's coming in. And I think you can see this as well on this card, on the 5 of Cups from the other deck, because with this card, you see that the woman she's staring down into the water. She's really focused on the 3 cups that have spilled out, you know, representing the sort of the loss or the feeling of having lost something emotionally. And she's not even paying attention to the 2 cups that she has around her head. And we know that the two of Cups is the soulmate card. It's a new offering, you know, it's this new relationship that would be very good for her, very happy, but she's so focused on what she doesn't have anymore that she's unable to see that. So it's a card of regret. Followed by the 8 of Cups, this is another card of emotion, feeling emotionally unfulfilled and walking away, right? It's sort of leaving behind those things that no longer serve you in search of, and you see that the woman here is wearing, there's a light guiding her, and she's carrying this one chalice. So she is looking for that one thing that will bring emotional fulfillment and happiness, but she's leaving these cups behind, right? And whenever you do this, there's a certain sense of regret as well, because, you know, you do have to leave behind all of this to go off in search of the new thing. But with the 9 of Swords as the the outcome, right, of the clarifiers, and then you appearing as the the Nine of Cups. This is a card of wish fulfillment, right? And you see there, on this card is represented by, the 9 fish swimming around him. And we see he was led with the light, right? The same light that she was following here. You see that he found that, right? He has the cup. He's looking very fulfilled. It's a wish fulfillment card. So, whatever this possible, finding out of a truth or finding out about something, I do sense that there's a needing to walk away from some situation that no longer serves you, but you're heading towards something that's going to bring great emotional fulfillment with the Knight of Cups there. It's it's a very beautiful card to have. So let's get into the main reading. So the center of the reading, you have the 5 of Cups, and I just went over the meanings for that card. So feelings, kind of regretting something, right? Wishing that you still had what you don't have anymore, and losing out or not paying attention to things that you do have surrounding you, right? New opportunities. And this is crossed by, so it could be either helped or hindered by the 3 of Pentacles. Now, 3, sometimes this has to do with, needing to work in a group, partnering up with other people. It is Pentacles. This is earth energy. So this could have to do with, material. The Pentacle suit is material things. So tangible things that we can touch and feel in the material realm. Typically, that has to do with our money, our work, our possessions, the things that we can touch and feel. And with the 3, this is usually sort of, you've reached a short-term goal, so a completion of a short-term goal, and needing to, plan, remain determined, persistent, work hard, continue kind of on the path that you are going on right now, because your dreams can be achieved. So, it's very important to really sort of focus on what you're good at, focus on your skills, whatever plan you've put into place, stick to that plan. And then, like I said, there might be a teaming up with other people to reach this prosperity, right? To reach your goal. So, with this coming in as, helping or hindering this 5 of Cups, I think that, we see the 2 cups here, and there's a progression to even though it's a different suit. The 3 of Pentacles, there might be, needing to partner up with others or work with others or achieve some or accept help from others, working with others to achieve something here that might move you away from this feeling of loss, whatever, is this emotional loss here. At the foundation of the reading, the 6 of Pentacles. So this is a card of balance, right? Of give and take. And it's a card that says that, at times on our path, we are in the giving position, right? So maybe we are more financially stable. We've managed to, accrue quite a healthy amount of financial success and stability. You see here the woman on the card. She has a basket laden full of fruit, right? She's looking very happy, content, and she has more than she needs. And so she's actually letting, right? The birds are coming in, they're taking berries out of the basket. So she's sharing. So there's a give and take here. So if this is, if this is you having achieved quite a lot, and, this is now you trying to give back and possibly helping other people. Sometimes it has to do with loans. So either, asking for a loan, trying to get a loan, or repaying some type of loan. But the important thing is sort of balance with this card and understanding that, and this doesn't necessarily have to be material possessions. Could be knowledge as well, or advice or emotional support. So it's the give and take, right? Sometimes we are the ones who give up our time, give up our knowledge, and other times we are the ones who receive it. So, you know, a give and take sort of energy here at the foundation. In the past position, you have the King of Wands. If this is an actual person that you were dealing with, this is typically an older male fire sign individual. Doesn't necessarily have to be, though, right? Could be a male or a female, not really gender specific. But it would typically be an older person, you know, fire sign, so Leo or Sagittarius or Aries. And this part, you know, the suit of wands has to do with our creativity, artistic endeavors, ambition, you know, strength, determination. It's kind of like the day-to-day tasks or the work that we do, you know, and the passion and the drive that we have to achieve the things that we need to achieve every day. Now, the King of Wands, with the court cards, you know, the kings and queens are the ones who have mastered that suit. So the King of Wands has sort of mastered the suit of wands, and he is a very ambitious, a very secure and prosperous person, very knowledgeable. He has great insight, great foresight. You see, he has great vision here. So thinking of creative vision, he's somebody who really is kind of a force to be reckoned with. You know, he's very sure of himself. He has the beautiful lion here for strength, and then the lion also appears as the outbound energy on the actual strength card. So there might be a fire sign, particularly a Leo, that is of significance. If not, we know that when the court cards appear, they can be people that we're dealing with, but they can just be situations or the energy that you're taking on. So if this was you in the past needing to take on this energy of the King of Wands, this was you just, you know, needing to be very knowledgeable and sort of steadfast and sticking to whatever you were working on, ambitious, really going after your goals, and, you know, sort of taking care of your, you know, your financial situation. Crowning the reading, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So more Pentacles energy here, right? We had the Three of Pentacles at the center of the reading, foundation with the Six, and then crowning you. So what the message from your higher self, you know, what's on your mind and your thoughts, the message that's coming in is the Ten of Pentacles. So the 10, this is financial security, stability. You know, that's what's on your mind, and what's coming in here is having that comfort and secure sort of foundation in life for yourself. And you have worked very hard with this Ten of Pentacles. You don't achieve the Ten of Pentacles overnight, right? This is something that is built up over time. You have to work at. You know, sometimes this card is associated with wealth accrued over time or passed down over time. So sometimes it has to do with inheritances and that type of, you know, a house or, you know, a plot of land being handed down to you from, you know, your parents or grandparents, or it's that type of, you know, built up over time. But it's, if you see the woman, she's just looking very secure. She's looking very comfortable sitting in the garden. Everything is, you know, is a very safe and secure environment. So what's on your mind is this financial security, right? Having all of the material possessions and, you know, the financial security that you have been working towards, and you are, you know, you've been working at. With the Nine of Cups, as you appearing as this Nine of Cups, you're feeling extremely happy. You're feeling as though, you know, your wishes are coming true, and everything that you have wished for is sort of coming together now. And it's important to remember that, you know, the cups, this is it's emotions and our feelings. But the Nine of Cups is the minor arcana card for the wish upon a star. So it's kind of like the star card of the minor arcana. And you can see that the woman, she's blowing the fluff off of the dandelion out into the universe. And whatever we put out into the universe, it's very powerful. It's, you know, so it's important to make sure that whatever we do put out there, is what we really want, because things have a way of, you know, of working out. So if, you know, if this is the financial security, if this is whatever it might be in your particular life, just know that, you know, this is these are your wishes coming true. So but what is going on in your environment around you, there's some type of waiting and needing to see things from a different perspective going on right now. So possibly in order to achieve this this fulfillment and this Nine of Cups happiness, there might be some type of divine timing related to this waiting, or to the, whatever this Nine of Cups might be for you. There might be you needing to see things from a different perspective in order to, gain new insight, or be able to kind of face or look at a situation or a problem in, from a different point of view. It's a card of, you see that the man, he's kind of tied up here in the tree. He has his eyes closed and he's just hanging there. So there is a sense of surrender when this card comes in, because he's being asked to sort of surrender to being in that position. He could wiggle out of it and fall down and, be standing right way up again. But he's given into this being upside down, because he understands that it's this period of kind of sacrifice and surrender and letting go, in order to kind of accept situations in which he no longer has control. So it has to do with getting rid of old ways of thinking in order to find, or in order to have continued growth, find freedom, have a new outlook on life, in order to move forward in a new direction. So in order to achieve whatever this Nine of Cups is. And then the two cards that we have as the hopes and fears and the outbound energy, it does, I do get sort of newness here, and, wishes being fulfilled, and this desire to leave something behind, and, that wasn't, that was no longer serving the person, right, or you, or whoever this might be, in the reading, and move towards something different. I'm looking here. I think I completely skipped over the future card. If I did, I'm very sorry. I think I jumped right from the Ten of Pentacles because I was focusing here on the Nine of Cups. So I apologize for that. What you had in the future position was the Four of Cups, which is a card that has to do with, it's kind of similar energy. The Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Although the Eight of Cups is more about walking away, but the Four of Cups is feeling, kind of bored with what is in front of you. You see the woman, she's staring at the chalice, kind of feeling bored, a little sort of apathetic, a little bored with what is going on right now. And in feeling bored, there's kind of this desire, to have something different, a desire for something to change, whatever that might be. So with that coming up in the future, there is some type of, possible indifference. That could be a time of, sometimes the fours are, when we take time out and sort of kind of withdraw during times of uncertainty, and really sort of, there's a need for introspection. And this woman, she's completely unaware. Again, there's this unawareness, right? Here we have the three cards in the back that she's completely unaware of, and she's only focusing here on this one cup in front of her, but again, not feeling very excited about that. At the center of the reading, there's the feeling sad about what was lost here, not paying attention to that. And then again, repeated with the clarifiers over here. And so then getting to the end of the month with the Nine of Cups as the wish fulfillment. But in order to achieve this, there has to be some type of, seeing things. There's definitely something to do with seeing things from a different point of view, or missing out on something because you're not paying attention to it. So whatever this might be, and this could have to do with, other people, partnering up with the other people again. So new opportunities coming in that you might be missing out on or haven't noticed yet. So pay attention to that, because, there is great happiness here. And I see that there are, getting to the hopes and fears card, there are new horizons here, right? The Three of Wands, this is the card of expansion. It's the card of waiting for your ships to come in. Typically, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, we see the man sort of standing at the cliff or on the cliff and looking out to sea, waiting for his ships to come in. And it's whatever he was able to, or whatever decision he made with the Two of Wands, which comes immediately before this, the Three of Wands card. The Three of Wands is sort of the result of that decision. I'm waiting to see, what return on investment the person will have from the decision made, because the Two of Wands is all about choices and needing to choose one particular path over another. And so this card comes in to say, the person, there is expansive energy here. So things are definitely, there's a great potential with this card, but it's sort of waiting to see what happens, waiting to get that return on investment. And as the man is typically pictured near water and looking at ships, this could have to do with, following a new path, or expanding your horizons by moving to a faraway place. So it's not just, to a different city or even a different state. This could have to do with something overseas, or traveling overseas, or going to a different country, possibly. And, with the Strength card as the outbound energy, this Strength card has to do with inner strength. This isn't physical strength. This has to do with having the patience and the confidence and the willpower, and the inner strength and courage to get wherever it is that you're going, right? So new horizons, and just needing to remain strong and determined to reach these new horizons. But you're feeling as though your dreams are coming true here. So you're feeling very optimistic. I just feel that you might need, or there might be a need for you to look at something from a different point of view, or from a different perspective. And in doing so, you will see new options, new opportunities, and you will see that return on investment that you've been waiting for. And that's funny. I was just thinking, you'll be successful is what I was about to say. And then I looked over here, and there's the card of success. So let's go through. Usually for the oracle cards, I just read from the guidebook for them. So we'll begin with the success card. And this card says, success can mean many things to the ego self, but the soul only knows one triumph, and that is to love. When your soul is no longer manifested in the physical dimension, it is a time of reflection on how successful it was with that endeavor. The soul doesn't care how big your house was, or how nice your car was, or how many bank accounts you had. The soul only cares about how you express love and compassion. In the infinite wisdom of the universe, the more love you demonstrate, the more you will receive. And even your ego's definition of success is altered. Your notion of how you would be perceived as successful will change. The material things that you thought would make you happy will not have the same appeal. So, again, the message coming from this oracle card also has to do with perceiving things and how you perceive things. And, we can link that in with the changing of a perspective here, right? In order to be successful here. So there is definitely a message coming through off the reading for you to, a need to change your point of view, or how you see something, or, you're missing out possibly on an opportunity because you're not seeing it clearly, or you're not paying attention. So definitely a message coming through to do with that. And then the last card that you have, it's card number 9 from the Soulful Woman deck. And this card says, no matter how great or small my act of service, it resonates and grows, drawing me into connection with kindred spirits. My service in the world is an evolutionary process. It calls me to make regular discerning choices that are aligned with my highest spiritual intention. It is through my service that I devote myself to a life of kindness, compassion, patience, and good humor. And while I may not always succeed in serving perfectly, I am committed to offering up this prayer of service, knowing that my fears and illusions drop away when I stand fully in the essence of my heart. And the card affirmation says, my service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co-creation with the world. And I think that we can kind of, maybe relate that to the Hangman card here, because remember that was kind of letting go and trusting in the universe, right? And surrendering to the universe. And so the services co-creation card kind of has to do with, being able to work with the universe in order to be, the best person that you can be and really find that path that you need to be on in life. So I think that there's something to do with finding your path. And we have the Three of Wands, which does, again, makes me go back to the Two of Wands card and new horizons and expanding horizons here. But also needing to really be authentic, see things from a different perspective. And then, ultimately you have some great cards. I think that success is definitely coming in for you, but that might need to be, or you might need to work on something internally, take time out in order to gain this perspective, in order to reach this Nine of Cups and to, receive this return on investment from the Three of Wands. So I do hope that these messages have helped you in some way, Scorpio. Please do check out my channel during the month of December for the upcoming 2018 overview. I'll be posting those for all of the astrological signs. And I just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of December. Bye.